I got black tested the other day, which is obnoxious because my blackness is constantly under investigation because black people can't tell where I'm from based on the way that I speak, so I'm constantly trying to prove myself. Just like, excuse me, brother, yeah. Can you name 2 of the 3 elements used in the band name Earth, Wind, and Fire? Earth and Wind, okay. Malcolm X's birth name. Malcolm Little. All right, finish this lyric. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Okay. Will you hide this for a month? No, correct, just a week. It's because black people all have different definitions of blackness. And we'll all never agree on what that is, but we all think our version should be the version. And this is why black people constantly black test each other, you know? And I'll give you the telltale signs of like 2 black strangers talking, having a black test. Like it might be in a place where you run into strangers, you know, a DMV, grocery store. One black person will be telling a story, monopolizing the conversation. Something like, and then I'll stab that Smurfy mother, which, to be fair, is a good story. I mean, it's got a clear beginning, a middle, and an end. I'll stab that Smurfy mother with the shiv I carved out of an old television remote control. Wow, is that Hemingway? And the other black person, while listening to that story, will ask a series of follow-up questions that reveal what kind of black person they are. Like one black person would be like, what? Why would you? Why? Do you love pizza? So do I love pizza. Perhaps that person loved pizza. Why would you hurt someone that loves what you love? That's one kind of black person. Another kind of black person would be like, should have stabbed his ass twice. And then laugh way too long with their mouth way too open. Like a fly can go in there. And then a third black person will be like, well, they won't say anything, they'll just stab the person that was talking. They don't, doesn't matter where they are, who's watching, they just drop them to the ground. And they're like, that's how you take care of Biz. I'm sorry, your name's not Biz? Well, there's been a horrible mistake, but no regrets. Pound it, lock it, throw away the key. And the reason I bring up this black existential crisis is because someone recently asked me if I use the N-word in my life, and I'm like, I never say never, 3D. But, no, I was like, hey, thanks for asking, bearded white man at this party. Now I regret going outside. Usually I don't say it because it makes my grandmother's ghost cry. Also, you should have said the N-word instead of saying the N-word. That's not true, I do use it sometimes. Like I'll use it if I'm talking to a black person I know I will never see again. They drop it into the conversation, and then I gotta pass this pop quiz that I obviously studied for. Like I was at a grocery store recently, trolling for breakfast cereals, my one true weakness. I walk around the corner, this black dude, right, my age, janitor, cleaning up glass and jelly because someone felt like knocking over Smuckers that day. And let me add that he was not doing a good job. He was just mopping it in a circle, as if to say, the pinker this becomes, the cleaner this becomes. No one will see the glass, that's the point of it. And I walk around the corner and he saw me, like his eyes lit up, right? And he thought he had a chance to relate, to commiserate with somebody. And he perked up and I walked towards him. He's like, hey, brother. Niggas got me down. Niggas got me down. And then he stared and I was like, my turn. And you gotta be pitch perfect. It's all about authenticity. Falseness can be sniffed out, right? So I didn't break that eye contact. I held it. I cocked my head, did that Denzel Washington thing to my nose, and I was like, and niggas ain't shit. And then I was out. And I can tell by his face he had many more questions. Like, huh? And what? And why do I feel so alive? Because that's what I do. I stab you with my brain shiv that I carved out of cultural stereotypes. What? God be with ye.